All right, what's up, guys? This is Joe Zaragoza from uh, Military Maintainers, Code on Maintenance, and my whole mission is to help you attain your AMP, get into an awesome um, and into an awesome place after the military, and create a a community of guys who want to help others attain the same thing, plus support those who need it. Also, be a solution to the aviation maintenance's shortage, because there's going to be a lot of positions available, and the aviation maintenance industry is trying to fix it, right? And I want to be a part of that solution, providing a workforce development a program where we can help guys from A to Z. All right, so sometimes we think that, oh, I have the skills, I have the knowledge, and today's topic is, a lot of guys, procrastinate because like, oh, I'm not a good student. I don't need the AMP. I see all the time on Facebook where they talk about how, you don't need an AMP and you can go get a contracting job. You can go do X, Y, and Z, and you can. Okay. Now, the question I would ask is, let's say that contract, which I've seen before, lasts about 2 to 3 years. Is there really any movement upwards? Because if that project is only around for 2 to 3 years and it doesn't stay, then are you really going to get promoted? It's kind of rare. It was kind of rare to see that people get promoted in the contracting world. Unless you're freaking stellar, and you develop skills or something like that and get into some positions, that's likely. But what I've seen is that contracts do not stay very long on, like, say, like a military base or something like that. So the question I would ask, would the AMP help you be a little more flexible when, let's say, a contract is done? Would it help you have a little more stability in your job? Now, do AMPs, is some jobs seasonal? Yes. Are is certain jobs that you need available to a short time? Yes. But what I've seen personally is, when contracts happen, they kind of tell their technicians very last minute, when they already knew maybe a year out, because that's what happened. I knew a contract was gonna be up a year prior, and they didn't tell their guys from until 3 months out, and of course people were upset. So, um, can you have a little more upward mobility with an AMP? Yes. Okay, and you can start off higher in wages by doing that. So I bring this up because we put things off, because and it's kind of like if you're running away from it, of doing the work to study for a couple of weeks, telling the wife, hey, or the husband to say, hey, I got to do this for the next couple of weeks to really knock this out. There's this old story, or not old story, but I guess to relate it is, when there's a storm, cows tend to run away from the storm. Like they're on the pasture and they tend to run away from the storm. But buffaloes, they go towards the thunderstorm, because they know that if they go against it, they're going to experience a shorter time going through the storm, because the storm is going one direction, and the buffalo is going the other way, and it might hurt, it might get super wet, and it might be a little rough, but it gets through it faster. So in this scenario, when you just go take things head on, a very common thing I heard in the with the students after they completed, I was like, dang, I have never studied that much in a very short amount of time to knock out, any kind of studying. I was like, I always thought I wasn't a good student. They knocked it out. Oh, like I can't believe I did that. That was insane. I never thought I can focus that hard and get stuff done. Yes, get it done in 2 weeks instead of just trying to lengthen it, right? Um, just take it's best just to take this task head on, accomplish it instead of trying to run away from it, letting it drag on, letting years go by and you don't do it. I one of the last students I spoke to over the week was, he just put it off. And I was like, hey, I know we spoke before. It's been over a year for sure. He's like, yeah, I just been procrastinating, just putting it off. And, a couple of years later, we meet again and I just want, to say that, you know, the best time is now, because that's when you actually come up with, you start making plans, you start making movements towards productivity, to making plans to, hey, I'm just going to get this done. Instead of just pushing it off, oh, the time is not right, time is not right. It's never, it's in your life, if you've been around for a little bit, the time is never right. There's always something going on. There's always some kind of task to do, some mission to do. You got kids, you got wife, whatever it is. You get busy, and once you lock in, those things can be, you're going to make a trade-off, and those things are going to have to like be put to the side for just a short amount of time, and then you can go back to your regular schedule. However, once you lock in, you take it head on, pass, get your AMP, and then go back to a normal scheduling program. So it's never going to be a good time to do anything, right? When especially worth doing. And getting your AMP is a lot of work, but it's once you take it head on, like buffaloes do in a storm, you're gonna go through it fast. You're gonna be highly confident in yourself because you just did something really tough and something you never thought you would do. So I've seen it over and over and over. It's a very common thing with students. Is like, I've had them, break down crying, but they loved that they went through it. So I just wanted to just rant a little bit about this, where try to avoid these procrastination, because what happens is that it's gonna just let time go by. Time's gonna keep going by, and then it's gonna be the worst time to do it, right? So um, don't let it go slip. Knock it out. I'm here to help, to make sure that we can ensure that you attain your AMP before you get out of the military. So hopefully this was helpful. And I'm Joe Zaragoza, owner of Code on Maintenance, founder of Military Maintainers Transition Program. And my mission is to help you attain that AMP and have a successful transition. And lastly, be part of the solution to this aviation maintenance shortage. And I'm trying to connect all the military maintainers to great employers, great teams and organizations, because you guys have the it factor to make some positive impact into the aviation maintenance field. And I want the whole world, and they already know. It's just now employers, are helping it. The military maintainer providing value to the employer providing great value to the veteran. So connecting them together, and I want to see successful transitions happening. And I have a big goal, 20,000. I'm not thinking, like I said yesterday, it was like 10,000, but 22,000 are getting out. Let's do 20,000. So let's do that. Let's double it. Help me reach out to everybody that take them to my school program, and uh, let's make this an effort to help each other out to be successful. All right. That's it for my rant today. Hopefully that this was valuable, and pulling chalks now.